In my last video, I talked some shit, and that's my fault. That's all I do is talk shit. Uh, but one of the unexpected things of my last video is that I accidentally stumbled upon some tertiary and I don't know. So there's obviously like even though the secondary sounds I come on are like I make these very uncomfortable harmonies that are hard to listen to, yet they're interesting. Kind of like listening to the sound of an asteroid or listening to the sounds on Mars. It's it's interesting, but it becomes uncomfortable pretty quickly. And I don't know. In some sense, I've become bored with things that would have amazed me 10 years ago, so far as secondary sounds go. But now I've become very much more interested in third order sounds. And I dare say, tertiary harmonics, secondary harmonics, tertiary harmonics. That's what I call them sometimes. But then I don't know what fourth order would be called, like secondary, tertiary. I think tertiary is probably a correct word. But like quadrary or quadrary. And then if you got up to fifth order, yeah, pentatonics. Ooh, that's the Greek, but I think I'm using. Wait, no, I guess I'm kind of using. I don't know. It's like Latin, Greek. Anyway, now that I know that that order is possible, like sometimes my first order sound is dominant, but I have an interesting second order sound. Two two tones are the harmony, right? Or disharmony. That's so interesting. And it's so interesting that disharmonies can be stacked harmoniously to create harmonics at orders of magnitudes almost accidentally. Accidentally because we don't understand it, but the universe understands it perfectly. But anyway, when you like a second order, like two sounds, And my last video, I was able to, I think, generate three sounds, but I'm so unaccustomed to it. But if I don't try, if I don't practice and fail, I'll never get there. But let's say I practice and fail in private and never show my failings. I have to show my failings. Because if I ever get there, I can show you how I got there. And if I just fail and fade away, well, if I try and then I fail and I fade away, I was always going to fail and fade away. At least I tried. Maybe if nobody ever sees it, at least God sees it. Maybe. It's worth thinking about. I think. I hope. My little flower prays. Well, my Saint Christopher dog-headed saint says, "You better do better than that." You better do better than that. I love it. I have to climb up to it because I'm not accustomed to it. not climb up to it, but like expand into it, because I'm going from like here to here instead of going from here to here or from here to here to here. There's so many ways to stack harmonics, but within harmonics, I guess within throat singing, it's almost like you're trying to put those two vibrations in just the right place to explode the pillar of stacked harmonics that creates the chord, so to speak. I guess, though, depending on how you undulate those two tones, then that creates, and then also how you it, so you adjust the two tones this way, but then you stack the harmonics this way. And the vocal cords themselves are, every person's vocal cords are tuned like a fingerprint. One of the ways that people are fingerprinted that people don't know is, like, for a very long time now, like, one of the ways we are identified in the system that people don't know about is like, what is it, like biothermal? Like, if you take a heat camera and videotape a person, like, each person has an individual heat signature that is identifiable like a fingerprint, except it can only be determined by, complex software systems. Not even AI. People use AI for everything now. It's like software's AI. Everything's AI. AI is AI. People think artificial intelligence is artificial. See, that's the thing. What's the word artificial mean? Art, it basically means things made. Like, there are several definitions for the word artificial, but the one that is most, I don't know if the right word is abused or disabused, maybe both, misinterpreted, misunderstood, artificial. But art, the arts, creativity, the God of creation. There is no God. God does not create. I create. That's not a great argument. Look at where you really are. You don't create. You don't know anything. Just like me. Yet, in our narrow little box, in our narrow little maze, well, whatever that maze is, we create within it. And we either make that little maze, that little prison, that little oasis. One of the things that people don't often talk about when we talk about prison is prison keeps some people alive. We're always talking about, but like, step back. Prison also keeps people alive. And the prison of a job also keeps people alive. a lot of people who have jobs have bad habits, functional alcoholics. Like, a functional alcoholic is a billion times better for society than a dysfunctional alcoholic. A hard-working fatso is 1,000 times better than a slovenly welfare fatso. It's a fact. We have to work. It doesn't matter what we work with. And that's the thing, too. People deride the idea of economic growth because people confuse the way the world has grown over the last forever from a human standpoint, from a human being, from a Homo sapien standpoint. Like, the idea of growth means actually like growing, like getting bigger. But now we've entered the age of introspection, where growth happens at a small level. To quote both Doc Brown from Back to the Future and Lyndon LaRouche of, well, I'll let you figure that out for yourself, but like, to quote both of them, increased energy flux density. Like, the history of the universe is like less matter, more energy. And it's this heartbeat of the universe. Less matter, more energy. Less matter, more energy. Less matter, more energy. That is the story. Closer into the center. We're in a sphere. We're in a circle. It's a nice paradigm. It's a nice metaphor. It's a nice way of thinking about it. It's a nice visual. A point in the center of a circle. A circumpunct. Boink, boink. A nipple. Or Virginia. An anus. Looking down the barrel of a gun, if you know what I mean. Point, circle. Simple. Radius. Sphere. Center. Sphere. So one of the things I have to work on is getting a better two-tone. But then I also have to get better at magnifying the third tone. Because even sometimes... God damn it. Sorry. Sorry, God, for using your name in vain, as they say. Actually, I don't even think that's using the Lord's name in vain. I think that's more like just using the vernacular. It's the vernacular's fault, not yours. But you gotta still try to war against it. But every now and then I'm gonna say, God damn it. Every now and then I'm gonna say, fuck it. Every now and then I'm gonna say, motherfucker. Just like everybody else. So. Most everybody else. But yeah, I suspect even the sanctimonious, when they're alone, say, bitch! Even when I'm alone, I don't say the C word. Unless I use it in the English perspective, in which case I think I use it more in the Scottish perspective. Like, I do hate the C word. Every time I hear it, I'm like, something wrong with that guy, something wrong with that lady. Unless it's used in the English way, and then I'm like, all right. But I can't use it in the English way because I'm not English. But maybe it's like I have a little bit of redness in my beard. A little bit. I guess maybe you have to see it in real life, but when I look at it through the light, there's still a bit of redness in the parts of my beard that still have color. But yeah, I still think kunt. I think kunt is the proper word. Yeah. Yeah.